おはようございます。PyCon APAC 2023お越しいただきありがとうございます。座長の片寄です。ちょっと10時になりましたが、ちょっと、入場今準備している方もいるそうですので、ちょっと開始もう少々お待ちください。
Good morning, everyone. It's 10 a.m., but we will wait and see if we can get some more people in here before we get started. So please wait. Thank you.
どうしような。もういいかな、始めて。何分か。なんかさっき言ってた。篠宮さんが OK にするって感じ。もういい。 すいません、ちょっと時間を押してますが、もう少々お待ちください。皆様おはようございます。
Good morning, everybody.
お待たせいたしました。今からオープニングセッションを始めたいと思います。よろしくお願いします。まず最初に、簡単な私の自己紹介ですが、PyCon APAC2023、座長、チェアをやっております、片寄セリーナと申します。ニックネームセリーナと申します。よろしくお願いします。
And quick introduction of ourselves. This is Selina. She's the chairperson of this year's PyCon APAC. And my name is Jonas. I'm from the PyConJP Association and will provide English translation during the opening and closings.
じゃあ始めていきます。OK 次早速ですが、これ持った方がいいかな。続きまして、今回のカンファレンスのスケジュールの説明になります。今回は Day1、Day2、スプリントデーという3日間ございまして、昨日はチュートリアルデーがございました。それを Day0 と呼んでおります。今日27日は Day1、明日は Day2 で28日、スプリントデー29日に行います。ちょっと場所はちょっとスプリントデーは変更ありますが、後ほど詳細で説明いたします。
Let us introduce the schedule of this year's conference. Yesterday we had the tutorials, and today and tomorrow are day 1, day 2 of the main conference, and then on Sunday the 29th is the sprint day, which will be not in this venue, and we will explain that in more detail later.
続きまして、シェア&コミュニケーションということで、皆様、この参加している方、それぞれがコミュニケーションしたり、外部に発信していただきたいなと思っております。その際は、SNS ですね、ソーシャルアカウントとか、ソーシャルネットワークとかで、こちらの、ハッシュタグ、PyCon APAC を使って発信していただけると、こちらが運営側も拾いやすいので、ぜひ発信をお願いします。あと、写真等の案内もありますが、写真撮る際の案内ですね、ありますが、1点お気をつけいただきたい点はありますが、ぜひいっぱい発信していただきたいなと思います。で、その次に、スラックがありまして、皆様が交流できる場も準備しております。pyconjp フェロースラックがあります。そちらはこちらの QR コードから入ることができますので、こちらスキャンしてお入りください。後ほど公式ツイッターでもこちらの入るための URL を公式ツイッターより発信いたしますので、そちらもご確認ください。
And for communication on social networks, etc., please use the hashtag PyCon APAC. And we also prepared a Slack that anybody can join. You can join from that QR code, which we will also post on social media later, the URL to that Slack invite. And if you do join that Slack, please use the channels APAC 2023 and or English.
はい、続きまして、そのハッシュタグの詳細ですね。こちらがPyCon APAC のトラック1の場所となっておりますので、トラック1のトークを聞いている場合には、こちらに書いてあります一般的、全体の、APAC を表す#PyCon APAC で、この場所でしたら PyCon APAC_1、あとは部屋ごとで、確認して発信していただけると、それぞれの部屋ごとで発信をそれぞれ、外で見る、外という、ソーシャルメディアとかで見れるので、ぜひこちらをご活用ください。すいません、ちょっとこの 間違いがありました。すみません。後ほど、ですね、部屋、イースト1、イースト2、イースト3はちょっと見なかったことにしていただいて、すみません。トラックですね、こちら、皆さん持ってますよね、こちら。はい。こちら、皆さん、このパンフレットありますので、例えばこの部屋にいるときには、こちらちょっと見ないでいただいて、この、パンフレットを見ていただいて、自分は今この部屋にいるから、このハッシュタグ使えばいいんだなって思って発信していただけると間違いがないかなと思いますので、ちょっとこのスライド、次に間違い、こちらの、パンフレットを見てハッシュタグを活用してください。
Yeah, please ignore this slide. It's wrong. The system is much easier. The room you're in, you tweet about that room or you share it on other social media, you use the hashtag of the room. And if you want to talk about general stuff at PyCon APAC, use the general one. Ignore this slide. Whoever had slide 5 on their bingo card for the first mistake, you win.
あります。こちらは合ってますね。こちらも間違ってたらどうしようと思います。こちらの演題の前にありますので、こちらを確認して、ハッシュタグご利用ください。続きまして、スポンサーさんの説明、ご案内に入りたいと思います。
Next, we would like to introduce our sponsors, without whom we could not do this conference.
はい、今回はたくさんのスポンサーさんにご協賛いただきまして、ダイヤモンドスポンサーさんの順にご案内していきます。最初にダイヤモンドスポンサーさんのご案内です。こちら映ってますよね。ダイヤモンドスポンサーさんとして Google クラウドジャパン合同会社さんに協賛いただいております。
Yeah, thank you to our diamond sponsors, Google Cloud.
続きまして、プラチナスポンサーです。変芸株式会社さん、株式会社架橋さん、ファインディ株式会社さんの3社です。ありがとうございます。
We would also like to thank very much our platinum sponsors, these 3 companies.
また特別枠として Python ソフトウェアファウンデーションさんにも協賛いただいています。こちらは遠方支援の補助のお金として、使用させていただいております。ありがとうございます。
And special thanks to the PSF, who supported us very strongly this year and allowed us to strengthen our our travel grant program this year.
はい、続きましてゴールドスポンサーさんの各社です。読み上げてまいります。株式会社フラットセキュリティさん、株式会社ハイヤールーさん、株式会社 B プラウドさん、株式会社アーバン X テクノロジーズさん、一般社団法人 Python エンジニア育成協会さん、
And the first 5 of our gold sponsors.
はい、続きましてゴールドスポンサーさんの続きです。続きましてセーフィー株式会社さん、株式会社博報堂テクノロジーズさん、株式会社グルーブズさん、サークル CI 合同会社さん、株式会社ヘルプフィールさん。
And yeah, thank you also for these gold sponsors.
はい、続きまして、ニューレリック株式会社さん、株式会社グローバルウェイさん、株式会社ホカンさん、オクタさん、以上がゴールドスポンサーさんとなっております。
And again, thank you very much for all these gold sponsors.
はい、続きましてシルバースポンサーさんの、紹介です。こちら、個別には読み上げませんが、18社さんの方、各社さんよりシルバースポンサーを協賛いただいております。ありがとうございます。
And also many thanks to our 18 silver sponsors this year.
はい、続きまして次はですね、スペシャルスポンサー さんのご紹介です。こちらは、通信環境、スタッフ活動とか、こちらの会場を準備するために通信環境のサポートとか、会場の、提供とか、あとは広告のサポートとかを行っていただいてます。ありがとうございます。
And we would also like to thank these 4 companies. They helped a lot during the preparation of the conference with various things related to the venue preparation and promotion of the event and things like that.
続きまして、パトロンの方たちの紹介です。こちらは個人で協賛していただくという形でパトロンという制度を用いております。こちら個人でこちらの皆様からパトロン支援いただきましてありがとうございます。こちらもいろいろとトラベルグラントと補助金とかそういうもので活用させていただいております。ありがとうございます。
Yeah, we would also like to thank very much our patrons. These are individuals, not companies, who decided to sponsor the event. And yeah, they also helped us to again support a more stronger travel grant program this year.
すみません。先ほどお伝えし忘れましたが、パトロンさんの一覧のポスターが真ん中中心部にパトロンポスターが一覧がありますので、ぜひそちらもご確認ください。
And there's also a poster for the patrons in the middle section, so please also have a look at that.
はい、以上、スポンサーさん、協賛いただいた方たちの紹介となります。以上です。たくさんの、スポンサー、パトロンの皆様の、ご協力のもと、うちら運営ができています。ありがとうございます。
And again, thank you to all our sponsors and patrons this year.
はい、続きまして、重要なご説明に入ります。こちら会場の運営と、行動とか活動とかのお話になっていきます。
Next, a few important bits of information.
はい、続きまして、スライドは、すべて英語なんですが、日本語で説明してまいります。コードオブコンダクトとなりまして、日本語で言いますと行動規範となります。通常であれば通常の運営で問題ありませんが、何かあった場合には、スタッフもしくは、掲載のこちらでメールアドレスまで、なんか心配事とか、この人ちょっとなんかもしくは不審な方がいるとか気になる方がいる、これ大丈夫かなっていうものがありましたら、ご自身で考えずインターネットでツイッター X とかで発信せず、まずはこちらの運営側もしくはメールに、ご案内ください。詳細、こちらの URL ですね、COC の URL ページありますので、こちら日本語もあります。で、そちら確認の上、ぜひ心配事がありましたら、こちらまでご連絡ください。
As I hope you are all aware, by attending PyCon APAC 2023, you are required to have read and follow our code of conduct. This is so that this is a safe event that everybody can enjoy. If there is any trouble that you see that has happened either to you or to other people, please don't immediately share it in public. Instead, contact us so we can deal with it. You can do that either by going to the staff headquarters in West 1 or by emailing coc@pycon.jp. Thank you.
はい、続きまして、スタッフは誰かについてのご案内です。私もヨナスも来ております。こちらの紺色の T シャツがスタッフ T シャツとなっています。で、紺色だけだと分かりにくい場合は背中の後ろに、スタッフと名前が書いてますので、ご確認の上スタッフに、お話しください。まれにちょっとスタッフの人数が増えて T シャツがちょっと足らなくなった場合にはこのように、板書を使ってスタッフだって分かるようにすることも考えてますので、一応基本的には T シャツを着ている方で、もしスタッフの板書をつけている方はその人もスタッフだなと思って、ご話しください。
And if you have any trouble or question, please do not hesitate to ask our staff. The staff are most of us wearing these beautiful T-shirts that also say staff on the back. We also most have lanyards with the staff little ribbon on them. And some of us may not wear the T-shirts, but will instead wear the yellow armband that indicates that they are staff.
はい、続きまして、食べ物、食事に関する、飲み物に関するご案内です。こちらですね、トーク会場は基本的に、食事はご遠慮いただいてますので、お控えください。飲み物に関しては、ペットボトル、こちら、この形で、蓋のある飲み物とか、水筒とか、そちらはお飲みいただいて大丈夫です。また、そうですね、コーヒーブレイクとか、その時間もありますので、その20回、4回ここですねと20回もありますので、食べる場所、飲む場所がありますので活用ください。なおランチ時間中はこの場所もトーク会場も食事は OK となります。
Regarding eating and drinking, please do not eat in the talk rooms except during lunch, and please only drink from bottles that can be closed in the talk rooms. In other areas like the foyer or on the 20th floor, you can eat and drink at any time. And also on the 20th floor, there is a snack area and with refreshments.
はい、続きまして、写真と動画、ビデオに関してのご案内です。ご自身で写真とビデオと撮影して、SNS にアップすることができます。ただ、ですね、このネームタグにですね、こちらの方にノーフォトとか明らかに撮られたくないなっていう、避けるなっていう行動があった場合には、なるべくその方は撮らないで、なるべく基本的には撮らないで、撮影をしてください。でもし写っちゃった場合には、ご自身のスマホに保管していただくのは問題ないんですが、そのシェアするとかはお声かけください。
Yeah, and we have people around the room that take pictures of the event and of the talks, and we will use those pictures on social media and so on to promote the event and also for next year's event. If you do not wish to have your picture taken or shared online, please put a no photo tag on your name card, and our photographers should respect that. Also, if you yourself are taking pictures, and especially if you plan to share them online, please do respect the no photos tag and ideally ask the people you've taken a picture on first before sharing it online. Thank you.
はい、続きまして、ネットワーク Wi-Fi のご案内です。こちらに書いてありますように、こちらにもパンフレットにも書いてありますね。こちらのSSID とパスワードでお入りください。運営からのご協力のお願いなんですが、できる限りご自身でお持ちのモバイルルーターやテザリングのご利用はお控えください。理由としては、ちょっと電波の更新を避けるということもありますし、こちらも快適なインターネットをこちら準備、ノックチームという、ネットワークチームが準備してますので、ぜひこのパワフルなネットワークを使っていただきたいなと思います。よろしくお願いします。
And very importantly, of course, the Wi-Fi information, which should also be in your pamphlet. The SSID should be self-explanatory, and the password also should be easy to understand why. Now, to not anger our network team, we would kindly request you to refrain from making your own Wi-Fi hotspots. Thank you.
はい、続きまして、イベントの紹介です。イベント紹介です。
And let us introduce today's events.
基調講演のご案内です。1日目、今日です。このオープニングの後に北はじめさん、2日目はロレーナ・メサさんによるキーノートがあります。
We have two keynotes this year. Today's keynote, which will be right after this opening, is by Hajime Kita, and tomorrow's keynote will be by Lorena Mesa.
トークセッションについてです。今回は5トラックですね。5トラックトークセッション。で全体で55トラック。で、今日 Day1、27トーク。で、明日 Day2 は28トークございます。
And yeah, we have 55 talks over 5 tracks this year. 5 tracks, that's 4 on the 4th floor and 1 track on the 20th floor. Today we have 27 talks, and they will start after the keynote at around 11:40.
はい、続きまして、今回は、ノベルティグッズをご用意いたしました。こちらはですね、今回ご協賛いただいているスポンサーさんを回って6社以上、6社ですね、6社、たくさん回っていただきたいんですが、皆さんのこちらのネームタグの裏に、 シール貼るところあります。こちらのシールを6枚集めると、スポンサーさんを回るとシールをもらえます。でそのスポンサーさんを回るとシールがもらえますので、6枚集めるとこのなんと記念、もう今年だけですね今年限定の、PyCon APAC 限定タオルをプレゼントいたしますので、ぜひトークを聞きながらスポンサーさんを回りながら、ぜひこちらのグッズもゲットしてください。
And this year, we have a stamp rally that you can, if you go to at least 6 sponsors' booths and talk to them, they will give you a little sticker that you can put on the back of your name card. If you get 6 stickers or more, I guess, you can go to the HQ, which is in West 1, or next to HQ in West 1, and exchange it for this super exclusive, this year only, special towel.
はい、続きましてランチのご案内です。運営として美味しいお弁当を、私大好きなんですけども、お弁当を用意してますので、ぜひ参加者全員、対象ですので、お弁当を用意してますので、ぜひお時間になりましたら受け取って各部屋、各場所で、お食事ください。またこちらはですね、ハラルお弁当、あとビーガンお弁当も準備してますので、こちらご希望の方は、数はちょっと限定はされてますが、希望の方は、そちらも準備してますので、そちらを受け取ってお食事ください。
And yeah, we have prepared bento boxes for lunch today. That will be starting at around 12:20, and they will be handed out outside the talk rooms. And as a reminder, you can eat inside the talk rooms for lunch. And we also prepared halal and vegan options for those who prefer that.
はい、続きましてコーヒーブレイクの案内です。Day1 本日ですね、14時50分から15時30分行います。コーヒー飲み物に関しては4回でご提供いたします。でこちらの写真にあります、今回、海外から参加されるということで日本の駄菓子を、用意いたしました。こちらは20回で、お配りしてますので、ぜひコーヒーブレイク時間中に20回足をお運びください。
And we have coffee break around 3 p.m. each day. There will be coffee on the 4th and 20th floor. However, the snacks are only available on the 20th floor, and we prepared some nice variety of Japanese candy and snacks for everyone.
はい、続きまして20回会場のご案内です。今こちらね、皆さんがいらっしゃるところはですね、4階となっております。で、今回のイベントは20階もですね、エレベーターで上がっていくことができます。こちら20階も会場トラック、ブースがありますので、そちらのご案内いたします。そちらはトラック5があります。で、ポスターセッション、アンカンファレンス会場、書籍販売の場所、ドリンク、おやつ、ジョブボード、充電スペースを準備してますので、ぜひこちらもお立ち寄りください。
And this year, unlike last year, we also have the 20th floor. So right now, you are on the 4th floor, and there's elevators that go to the 20th floor where track 5 is. And there's also poster session, open space, on conferences, a bookstore if you only if you can read Japanese books, refreshments and snacks, job board, working space, and a charging space. So please also check out the 20th floor.
続きまして、一般社団法人pyconjp アソシエーションの公開運営会議のお知らせです。本日ランチタイム時間中に、こちらが行われます。こちらは誰でも参加ができます。トピックに関して活動報告、会計報告を行います。運営側の方から一般社団法人の方からはいろいろな議論をディスカッションしたいということですので、ぜひ皆様一般の方も参加できますので、足を運んで意見交換をしていきたいなと思いますので、こちらもぜひお立ち寄りください。
And today during lunchtime on the 20th floor, we will have the PyConJP Association meeting. The PyConJP Association is the non-profit that helps organize this event. Unfortunately, this meeting will be primarily or almost exclusively in Japanese, except for the activities and financial reports that we will give. We will have slides in English, although we will speak in Japanese. However, this is open for everyone, and we would welcome a lot of participants to hear your opinions and for you to join the discussions.
はい、続きましてライトニングトークの、紹介です。ライトニングトークはこちらの場所、トラック1ですね。トラック1で17時からクロージング前に行います。入りきれない場合は今もライブ配信はしているので、ライブ配信しながらこちらで行います。
And tonight we will have lightning talks at 5 p.m. before closing. If you are going to give a lightning talk, please come to room 1. However, since not everybody can fit into this room, the lightning talks and the closing will also be broadcasted to all the other rooms.
はい、続きましてオフィシャルパーティー公式パーティーのお知らせです。公式パーティー、運営として準備しております。そちらは明日、Day2 の終わり18時からこちらの、建物内20階ですね。こちらエレベーターで行きます。20階会場で、オフィシャルパーティーを行います。今回はなんとオリジナルビールを準備いたしましたので、ぜひ、ビール飲めない方もいらっしゃると思うので、ビールお好きな方はもうぜひこちら準備してますので、あとは参加者の交流ですね、それも目的としていますので、ぜひ、参加申し込みしている方はぜひ行っていただきたい。これから申し込みしたいという方は、別途申し込みが必要ですので、申し込みの上参加ください。ご不明点はスタッフに聞いていただければ申し込み方法をご案内いたします。
And tomorrow, after the closing and all the events have finished, we will have an official party on the 20th floor of this building. An important note is you will require a special ticket for that. You should still be able to get a ticket, and if you don't know how, please ask somebody from the staff. And very special this year, we have original only for PyCon APAC 2023 beer that you can enjoy.
はい、続きまして、デベロッパースプリントですね、公式開発者コミュニティスプリントを今年も行います。この開催日は、日曜日、10月29日日曜日10時から17時を予定しております。場所は、ここから変わりまして渋谷にある変化株式会社さんで行われます。こちらは無料、参加無料ですが申し込み必要ですので、申し込みの上ご参加ください。
And on Sunday we will have sprints from 10 to 5, and very importantly, these are not in this venue. They are in Shibuya at the Henge Tokyo offices. They're completely free to attend, but please do register on Pretix for free, and that's so we can know how much lunch we have to order because there's free lunch.
はい、オープニングスライドは以上となります。ぜひこの PyCon APAC 2023皆さんと交流してトーク聞いて盛り上げて楽しんでいきましょう。
And yeah, this is the end of the closing, and we will shortly start the keynote. Thank you everyone for your attention and enjoy PyCon APAC 2023.
Let's enjoy PyCon APAC 2023. 言ったことを英語に変えてもらえますか。じゃあ、はい。お待たせいたしました。キーノート、準備手間取って申し訳ございません。キーノートのスピーカーの北はじめさんが今到着来られましたので、これからキーノート始めてまいりたいと思います。
Hi everyone, sorry for the delay with the keynote talk. The speaker is here now, so we're preparing everything and it will start in a little bit.
ここでお願いします。
はい。Good morning. Good morning. I'm sorry for waiting you. I also wait at the waiting room, but nobody picked me up. It's okay. And my name is Hajime Kita from the Institute of Liberal Arts and Science, Kyoto University. And it's great honor to give a keynote talk. And my talk is why university teachers wrote a Python textbook. We wrote a Python textbook in for Kyoto University course, and we opened it to the public, and so a bunch of the downloads occurs. So the organizer of this conference interested in that. And today I talk about the background of our development of textbook. First, inconvenient truth. A teacher of computer programming may not be a good programmer. If I'm good at programming, I don't teach. Okay, so it's first self-introduction. I received the B, ME, and the D degree all from the Kyoto University, and in 1987 to 1997, I'm assistant professor at the Faculty of Engineering. At that time, I studied the energy systems and neural networks. At that time, neural networks was not called AI. And then I moved to the Tokyo Institute of Technology and as an associate professor, and I studied the genetic algorithms. And then I take a job at the professor of National Institution for Academic Degrees and University Evaluation, quite a different job. But at that time, we started the study of the artificial market. And now I'm studying the social simulation. And in 2003, I moved back to Kyoto University. But my job was Academic Center for Computing and Media Studies, taking care of the infrastructure for teaching. And then I moved to inside the Kyoto University, I moved to the section of the Institute for Liberal Arts and Sciences. It gives a general education mainly to the freshmen. And so I started the study of education of informatics and programming. This is my programming language experience. In 1978, I started with the Intel 8080 machine code, not assembler. And then I studied the basic with PC, Fortran for scientific study using mainframe computer of the Kyoto University, and then C language for scientific study, also with Unix workstations at that time. So we wrote the C language workbook with my friends. And then I started to use Java for development artificial market systems working on the over TCP/IP. This is a recent publication about this kind of research. And also in the Kyoto University, I gave the I'm sorry, course treating the physical computing using Arduino. And then 2018, I started to teach Python. So why did we select Python? So so many international participants, the general education and the special and major education combination is the typical curriculum of Japanese university. And in 2016, Kyoto University renewed its general education program. At that time, I was the vice director of this section. And it was so busy. And in 2017, we developed a textbook for ICT skill course, really an entry course of ICT skill, teaching computer network, university library, and office tools, and a little bit programming. At that time, we selected Python for programming because it is easy to run by the novices. And also, in these days, we started to use Python so widely in the academic studies. So, next question is why I teach. In 2018, we decided to start the Python programming, mainly treat the Python programming course as an elective course in the general education. Several programming courses was already held in the institute, Java, Lisp, Ruby, and so on. And the computer science teachers was already so busy in teaching these courses, and they asked me to teach, while my experience in Python was, at that time, quite few. So, in Japanese, binbokuji. And in 2018, we started the course using just the slide as course material. And in 2019, we wrote a textbook, 19 edition. And the red-colored edition was open to the public. And at that time, the registration was 66 students and 36 was passed, quite a low score. And in 2020, because of the coronavirus pandemic, we forced to make the course fully online. So I don't limit the number of the registration, so 200 students gathered. And 67% passed. And then we extend the class into two, and we revised our textbook, major revision of our textbook to 21 edition, and so on. So the next topic is textbook teacher. When in 2002, I visited Open University, United Kingdom. We interviewed Dominic Newbold, visitor and community relation manager at the OU, and he said, OU has faculty members, but no teachers. So faculty members' responsibility is learning content, evaluation of learning. The presentation as a learning material is responsibility of editor. And the university library, their responsibility is provision of information resource for learning online. And the OU have the system of tutor. So tutor's responsibility is encourage self-learning. So in OU, textbook is teacher. So it was amazing, quite systematic approach And so next one is, we also need in the Japanese regular courses. Maybe nobody knows. Japanese university to create the course have to have the course content of 90 hours study. Do you know? But the class hours is usually the 30 hours. So remaining 60 hours, university teachers have to ask students self-learning. Nobody knows. And so, but it is quite a big problem in computer programming course, because how to support self-learning is quite a key issue. And so we wrote a textbook that supports self-learning. And we, in the classroom, we take the way of flipped classroom. I don't teach. We interact with students because it's only time to only the opportunity to share times. And then also I give quick feedback. For example, in grading of assignment with LMS, I ask in the class hours, I ask 1 or 2 assignments, and I graded all the submission in 1 week. To the next week, we give feedback, giving each submission, giving comments to each submission. Another hint is Seki model. Do you know Seki model? No? This is the knowledge creation model in the management of company. So proposed by Nonaka and Takeuchi. And Seki model is the socialization and externalization, and the combination, and the internalization. So the knowledge in the classroom, people internalize the knowledge about the programming and socialize, discuss with students, discuss with instructors. This is tacit knowledge. And then misspelling, externalize as textbook. And if we externalize as a textbook, we can combine many things. And then the student internalize, and the instructor also internalize the knowledge. So this circle is quite important, as the Nonaka and Takeuchi proposed as a Seki model. So the next one is, why did we write an entirely new textbook? So as you know, there have been published so many Python textbooks, good textbooks, but our goal is not Python. Our goal is programming. So we also know the student well, better than the textbook writers. We know first-year students. We know students, newcomers to our research laboratory. And we know academic study as use case of programming. We wanted to give adequate content for self-learning. We want to support self-learning. And the content has 2 usages. One is explanation of course content. And another one is give hints to the student project. And we opened it because you may check our textbook are quite thick if you print and use so many color pages. And so text would be expensive if we use publishers. And we want to save students' expenditure. We want to give it free for students. Few university professors think this kind of thing. And also, we want to ask students to share with their friend. If you learn the Python, you want to share his or her experience with their friends. So we make it open to it. And what happened after making the textbook open to the public? So my friends, our researcher told us that he needed the textbook Python like our C programming workbook. So we wrote the textbook and I opened it to the public using the university repository, Kurenai, and told it to him. He tweeted it. And as a consequence, up to the September of this year, total download is more than 1 million. This is download. So in the beginning, my friends' tweet get to the 100,000 download. Amazing. And then we renewed we make the 2021 edition open because another tweet occurred. So we hurrying open the next new version. And now the 2023 edition is open to the public a few days before. And the course characteristic is we give 2 semester long, 2 credit elective course, 2 hours a week, and 15 weeks. Learners is mostly the course is open to all the students of Kyoto University. So students from the School of the Humanity and the Social Sciences come to the classroom. And most students are first-year students, and they have no or little experience in programming. Quite novice appears to the classroom. And also their experience, first-year student of the university, their experience with PC operating system and CUI, like the using of the terminal or command prompt is quite poor. Because high school days, they use mostly the smartphone and a little bit tablet. So quite little experience they have about using the PC. And this is the course objective and goals listed in the syllabus of our course. Red part, in this course aimed at beginners, students will learn to the program using Python through various exercises. And goal is 3. One is how to use Python to execute a program. So actually, he or she can execute the program. Quite simple things. And another one is he knows the fundamental components of Python programming. Students will be able to use examples to put together their own programs. And the final one is important. Students will be able to design, implement, and test their own simple Python program. Not so long, but they can design, they can implement, and they can test. Another hint is AX model of the it is known in the instructional design field by Keller. And John Keller already gone away, but he wrote an important book, Motivational Design for Learning and Performance, Model of Learn Motivation. And there are the 4 items. Recently, another one is added, but the attention, take the attention of learners, they make the learning relevant to the learners, make the confidence of learners, and make satisfaction for the learners. So our approach is introductory class and open textbook for attention, relevance, connection to the learner's background, knowledge, for example, the mathematics in high school days, and graphical application to visualize one. And confidence, we ask weekly assignment grading within the week with personal feedback comments. and satisfaction, we ask students 3 trial programming assignments with some freedom in topics. So this is a course plan. First week, introduction of the course and use of the IDE. And the second class, quite so many content, variable assignment, sequential execution, control flow, just in 1 week. Because so many times they will use. So in the second week, they just get the concept. Okay? The turtle graphic, we spent 2 weeks, and the GUI and class in 2 weeks, and the rest and file I/O, and the design, implement, and test using 2 weeks, and academic use, and we have reflection class, and spend 2 weeks for student project. But in 2020, the first column we use, a second column is course plan, but from 2021, we move the list more earlier, and we insert the text of skill exercise class, and so on. So I just said. And this is assignment submission in the 2020. And once we give the class about using the Turtle and the GUI, submission getting done. Because the lines of code is getting bigger around this. So we put list a little bit earlier, and the use control flow 1 week separately. So we delayed the geographical application later. And in the course design, we just treat only Python. Because the mixture of programming language is confusing for the beginners. So difficulty is we cannot treat web because it uses HTML and so on. So only Python, we cannot design the class with treating web. And we use the idle as IDE because it is just easy to teach. Okay? And from here, key points of course, contents and textbook. Can you read symbol aloud? Many students cannot read the asterisk aloud. So we teach it because it makes the oral communication often fails between the instructors and learners. Quite simple one, but very important. And next one is x equals x plus 1. Maybe you just think, oh, increment x. Okay? But the students understand this is equation. Try to solve. So key point is a connection to the mathematics. This is a common background of first-year student university. So students tend to x equals x plus 1 as equation, try to solve, and found it is impossible. But the good point is they are quite familiar with about the using x as variable, x, y, z, and a and b. So in teaching, we explain it is not equation. This is just the evaluation and the assignment operation. And also we ask use x or a first, only single letters variables. Then you can use the longer identifier. And then connecting to the coding convention. For you is another issue. most of the university students understand the pronoun for as an example for you. But we teach is for I in range 10. What's for I? So we have to explain and ask students to read the statement in English or Japanese, like this example. Next topic is use first. Before writing definition, we ask our students to understand the concept of functions and the class objects through its usage. The middle item is interesting. Without understanding of class concept, it is difficult to write a class. Engineer in a small company said me, for low-level programmer, he or she should know about class is new, just new. And he or she never asked to design class. Okay? So to use class it should be fast before teaching its definition. And also the function, you have so many use cases like this one, no argument, no return, or the argument, have argument but no return value, and so on. So these cases should be taught, and we use the turtle graphics to teach the function use case and use experience of the classes. Next one is error is matter. But a few textbooks help learners. So debugging is an inverse problem in the system science community. For if you code and you can guess the result, it's rather easy. But if you encounter the error, you have to find the bug. This is quite difficult. Like the thinking process of Sherlock Holmes. Okay? So we ask students experience of errors. Debugging is difficult, especially for novices. And their response is twofold. One is they don't want to read error messages. Okay? Another response is they stop learning rather than try debugging. So our approach is explicitly show typical errors, show errors, and ask students to try to make errors. And a few textbooks treat it. So no error is easy way to understand the error message. We already know the error. So we can understand the response of language processors. And the student will understand debugging is common. Okay? Common things. In the classroom, I make so many mistakes. And the student will have sets of experience of knowledge, knowing bugs and their consequence. So it is helpful for making their own program. Next one is Kyoto and cards. So for the novices, nested for loops seems difficult. And for example, make a table, just the number table is boring. So we use to make the cross-section, intersection of Kyoto. 四条河原町 or Karasuma, Sanjo Karasuma. And in the classroom, I said, you are happy to be Kyoto University. In University Tokyo, we cannot use. In Hokkaido University, it's boring. In Osaka University, it located suburban area, not inside the city. And also, we also give the example using the making deck of play cards. It is very interesting because if students give this the example, students want to make games. And notice, with a PC, some games is possible. Solitaire type of game is possible. But to play poker only with one PC is difficult because each player has secret. So we have to connect PCs via networks or other framework. And we also use graphic topics. First, we use Turtle graphic to visualize the behavior of program and to know usage of function and class. And in Python Turtle module, we can make various, not one, but the several turtles at the same time. So it's a good way to know the concept of the class. And it's fun. And also, we want to connect to the experience. Some students have the experience of Scratch. So cat go around. Okay? And this picture is, how to say, recursive code example. Tree like the figures. And also, we proceed to the GUI with TK Inter to understand event-driven programming, quite different way of thinking we need, and enable students to make window applications. So it is satisfaction and confidence. And have experience using class object to treat files without treating messy file path. So file chooser, we teach the file chooser to treat the file. And we use the example of analog clock because it gives the hint to make a game. Okay? And also use spreadsheet via CSV format file or matplotlib to plot data for academic purpose. This is an example of the Fourier series. Because they are so beautiful. And show process of design, implementation, and test. And I observed in my laboratory, even after learning programming language elements, students feel difficulty in making a new program, even about the 100 lines. I also often say that skill of using saw and hammer don't mean the learner can construct a house. He has to learn way of construct house. Okay? So we use the tic-tac-toe, quite simple game. And as an example, we walk through the process of design. What should be variable? What should be the function? Okay? Then implement. And you need to test from the unit test to combine all the program into one. And this is also give guide to students their own project. And I touch a little bit on the V model of the software development. Next topic is the presentation as a textbook. Why did we take book style? Because we are familiar. It's just a reason. And quite portable, so many people download and use. So it is easy to deliver readable, printable, shareable with common environment. And typesetting is quite annoying, but fortunately we teach Word styles and template in the classroom, so I can write a template. And concerning the example course, we use two presentations. So interactive use with shell, red red color use code 2 type, blue is response. So you can test small code snippet interactively. But also we show the executable complete source code that student can easily try to execute in another way. And the modification of them we ask in the classroom as exercises. And to help copy and paste, we use this kind of character instead of space, because to show the depth of indentation is quite important in Python is one. Another one is PDF. Series of space come into one. So copy paste is very annoying. And so for this purpose, we developed with the help of the Kyoto Municipal University of Art, professor of Kyoto University of Municipal Art, we designed a font for education. Visualize the difference between half-width ASCII characters and full-width kanji characters, half-width space symbols to show indentation, and emphasize the difference of similar characteristics, for example, the period and the comma, because instructor for my age, to see student screen is quite difficult. Okay? And so this font is used for type setting, and also we ask you student to use this font for programming. So the IPA Gothic font is the best font we use. And maybe you see the left one, no problem, but not 2.0 to comma 0, and so on. So the 4 is full width characters. It gives underbar in our font and so on. And the full width space is also visualized. And we wrote several related topics as columns. And teachers like this edition. Starting from 0, why float means. What floating? Okay, floating point number. And the Newton method and for numerical calculation, relative accuracy, parameter arguments, scope of variables, random numbers, recursion, GUI programming and Japanese, especially the Japanese character problem, Japanese code problem. And the namespace, documentation, and trigonometric function, and difference and duplication, personification, and escaping. Escaping is escape sequence. Okay. Now, this topic is interesting, not only students, rather instructors. So we come to the final part, remaining issue. So our problem is Python have quite wide application areas. We can not teach in the classroom. And what should be learned really depend on the students' needs. So how can we connect the learner to them is the problem we are encountering. And the programming process and the behavior program, both are dynamic. So the static presentation as a textbook have limitation. So in the classroom, we also use a video, my video lecture. And many people are in the professional lands about the programming online courses, MOOC, or just the video on the YouTube. So dynamic process, we have to think about that. An emerging issue, you know, the generative AI, like ChatGPT. And textbook 203 is now available, several several days ago, university library told me that it is listed in our repository. You can access 2023 edition. This is the reserved word of Python in the cover page. And from the 2021, we add new words in this chart. And now K2PFE font is also included, you can use. And so to memorize this URL may be difficult, so you can search Kyoto University Python 2023. I think you will find. So finally, my friends says, any products are hearty gift from the producer who can make to consumers who need but cannot make. They charge or free. Any product is just a gift. So we want to write textbook as such a gift to students who take our course and to their friends. They want to share their learning and many people. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for your great presentation. I believe we have a few minutes for questions, if anybody has any. And you can ask in either Japanese or English.
Please, 日本語で、発表ありがとうございました。なんかこの場合ちょっと若根さんの京都大学って結構優秀な大学と僕は認識していて、京都大学の学生でもやっぱりプログラミングのなんかさっきの x イコール x プラス1とか4の概念が最初はやっぱりすぐ飲み込めないんだなって、ちょっとそれからちょっと個人的には結構印象に残りました。はい。
ありがとうございます。So Kyoto University is known as a prestigious university gathering excellent students. But even Kyoto University, we should teach for you. We should teach x equals x plus 1. Because this is because the students experience quite few in the programming, even Kyoto University. But they can quickly catch up if they taught. Okay? ありがとうございます。Thank you very much.
It's a great, very, very enlightening talk. Thank you very much. My name is Yong Yu, and I'm also teaching programming in the university. So my first reaction to this is that how you conduct examination. But that's actually not my question. I know that as instructors that we care a lot about our students, and I'm wondering that what are the outlooks that you are projecting the perspectives to your students, like after they pass the course or even graduate with the basic training that you deliver? What would be the outlook?
So I don't teach in the classroom. Because we take the flipped classroom style. So what we want to teach is all in the textbook. So we ask students to read and ask the homework, just to type the code and execute it. In the classroom, we ask students to modify along my requirement. We can support. This is our flipped classroom style. So, is it okay?
Yeah, what about the future?
Future?
And after they pass or even graduate with the training you give it?
future.
Yeah, I asked because I'm actually also an engineer, so that I care a lot about how people are get trained in the schools. So that, but maybe we can take it offline.
Difficult question. I mainly teach the first year student. So after that, we cannot trace their future. So it's in the university, it's really difficult. If we teach the computer science department, we can, but I teach in the general education program. So it is something sad for me because I don't know the students' future.
I'm sure under your training, they will be very good.
Thank you very much.
素晴らしい教科書の内容とその背景にある考え方が参考になりました。ありがとうございます。で、いわゆるソフトウェアテストのトピックをどう扱っているのかなと思ってご質問しています。テストっていうトピックはなかったように思うんですけれども、学生の人が自分が書いたプログラムをどういうふうに動作確認するとか、間違いどうやって見つけるみたいなところをどう取り扱っているのか、もしあれば教えていただきたいと思いました。
はい、So in the tic-tac-toe example, in the source code, we include also the test code. Because we don't want to use another tools. So we put all the things into one source code. So you need to test the code in the source code given to the student. So the student can try the test by themselves.
ありがとうございます。
Python の良さの一つにですね、あまりプログラミングを知らなくても業務を知っていれば問題意識があればですね、いろんなコードを見たりとか自分でやっていけるという。で、そういう方向にですね、習った生徒さんは行くんですかね。PC も使わないような方が本当にそういう、本当はそっちの方に行ってほしいんですけど、そういう動きはありますか？
最初に日本語で答えますね。難しい。先ほどのご質問にもありましたけど、僕が教えてるのは主に1年生なので、彼らの将来をトラックすることがすごく難しくてよく分かりませんっていうのが最初のクエスチョン。多分英語に翻訳されてますよね。いや、みんな持ってないんですよ、この人は。持ってないのね。英語ですみません。はい。First of all, I mainly teach the first year students of many schools, including the humanity and social science. So I cannot trace their second year and so on. So it is a very difficult question. But I put the stress on not the programming language is tool, but the background concept. Why we do this thing? What is the design and what is the implementation, what is the test? What's the framework and the library? Framework and the concept of the event-driven programming. And we ask students to division of user interface in the front and the model of the computation in the backyard. So they have showing the design pattern. So I hope students get the key concept behind the programming.
So thanks for talk. It's really good education talk. Always good to see that in PyCon. So I checked the table of content of this book and also checked the course content. I found out the course put quite a lot of effort on the GUI and the turtle things. And I also checked the book contains a little bit scientific part, the NumPy things. So I wonder how do you select the content for the student to learn and why do you pick focus a bit more focus on the graphic part?
Okay, actually in the classroom, we put the stress not all in the textbook. For example, we don't directly teach the function of the class. We ask students to have the experience through the programming of turtle graphics and GUI callback function. And for example, for the class, student interested in the class in their project in the final project, student can learn. But we don't have enough time, class hours to teach all the things. And I pick up based on the items. So attract the student to attention, attract the relevant to the first year student, connecting to their knowledge about especially mathematics, and the confidence through the weekly assignment, and also the 3 project. And the satisfaction is also that. So for example, in the middle and in the top, you see the fractal figures. This is the example of recursion in the programming world, but in the science and mathematics world, it's a fractal. So it inspires students because it looks like tree and very organic. And the second part, analog clock, we pick up this item because the clock should count the time not independently from the, event loop. This is a hint for making game, graphical game. Is it okay?
Yeah, understandable. It's because your target is mathematics students, so content should be something more relevant to them, right? Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? Yes.
Hello, thank you for your talk. I've also taught first-year students, and I was interested in your graph that had the pass-fail rates, and I'm curious to know why do you think it went up and down? What changes do you think that you made that caused those students to pass or fail?
So the pass and fail, I don't have the table here. Pass rate not depend on their schools. So even in the social science and humanities school students, pass rate is quite same with the student in the engineering and student in the science. But it really depends on the grade. Grade means first year students in 2021, the pass rate of first year student is 58%. Pass rate of the second year and after, it gets down to 60, and graduate school 50. It really depends on how serious students engage themselves into the class. If they spend sufficient, adequate time for our class, students pass. Because every week we give the assignment, 2 assignments, assignment in the class, assignment as a homework. And we had a grade within the week and give comments. It each student comments. So their engagement is important matter.
Thank you.
We have maybe time for one more question, and for everybody who is worried about the time, the keynote started a bit late, so the whole schedule in the morning is shifted a little bit, so don't worry.
Hi, thank you very much for the talk. I was just curious to know, do you have any plans to have a English language version of the textbook in the future?
Pardon me, once again, please. Once again, question once again.
これから英語、そのテキストブックの英語版でも作れますかという質問でした。
英語版 Should I already make an English textbook? But I don't teach English course.
Okay. Sure.
Because currently, before many international students come to my class, but 2 years ago, we started the course held in English separately by the international instructors. So I myself don't teach in English, but so many the international students go to university, so we translate.
Thank you.
Okay, maybe one more quick question.
ありがとうございます。とても興味深く聞かせていただきました。私自身ももともと専攻はコンピューターサイエンスじゃなかったんですけど、大学の授業とかを通して、興味を持ち始めて、現在はソフトウェアエンジニアとして働いております。でそこで質問なんですけど、近年結構やっぱりコンピューターサイエンスとかそのプログラミングが人気になってきてると思うんですけど、やっぱり学生さんの興味のレベルっていうのは上がってきてるっていうのは感じてたりしますか
Thank you very much. And the Japanese university situation is misery. misery. For example, the Kyoto University accepts 3,000 students every year. And then among the 3,000, the 1,000 students is engineering. But among the 1,000, only 50 students belong to the Department of Computer Science. So the Japanese prestigious universities, the situation is quite the same. So small number of students can enroll the computer science department, especially in the undergraduate. And the graduate school, if you move to the computer science laboratory in the graduate school, but you don't have enough time to get the software knowledge through the experience of the computer programming. So I try to teach as much students as possible.
Thank you for sharing.
北先生、素晴らしい発表ありがとうございました。Okay, and with this, it's the end of the keynote. And as I just mentioned, there's a slight change to the schedule. So tracks 1 to 4, the next talk will start at 11:55. And track 5 is no change. But again, thank you very much, Kita sensei.
ありがとうございました。Thank you very much.